गाइस वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। पिछली बार हम लोग ने इतना भी छोड़ दिया था। नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू मेक द सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ द ट्यूटोरियल, दैट इज वी आर गोइंग टू एनिमेट इट टुडे। एंड या दिस is going to take a bit long, but yeah, it's fun and easy, not that difficult at all. So we ended up coloring this thing. Color, yeah, the coloring part is over. So now let's start animating it. Before starting the animation, if you guys see when I select all, just a second, I will turn on this. Before starting the animation, we need to do one thing. As you guys can see, each cube has its own origin. We don't want that, or we will not get a desired output. We want this we want the origin of each cube to be in the dead center of the whole scene. That is where 3D cursor is. If your 3D cursor is not there, no problem. Do Shift S and cursor to world origin. Simple. Cursor to world origin. It's on the world origin. Select each and every cube by clicking A. Go to Object, set Origin to 3D cursor. Now it's in the middle. Each cube origin is in the middle. That's good. That's what we want. Okay, so one more thing before going any further, we need to do one more thing. So if you will open this thing and go to item, here you can see these settings. Click N and you will, if you go to item, you will see these settings. Select one of the cube. You can see this bar. You will see rotation mode. This is rotation mode. Currently we are on XYZ Euler, but we need to change it to quaternion WXYZ. This is a very important step because this will help you get the desired output. In the XYZ Euler mode, you will not get the desired output. I have tried it. This will not work out. So select it on quaternion WXYZ. And you have to do this for each and every cube because there is no way to do for all of them. You cannot do by selecting all of them at once. It will not work. It will not take much time because we only have like 8 cubes. I think it's done. Let me just check. Yeah, it's done. So yeah, this is thing. Now we will start animating it. We will animate it from here somewhere, yeah. And yeah, I love green, that's why I'm going to start it from here. Let's make it 1000 frames, yeah, best. So I am making this on 60 frames per second. You can check from here, it is currently on 24 by default. Do it 60. I'm making it on 60. It doesn't matter on which you how many frame what frame rate you keep it. It doesn't matter at all. You can make it on 30. I would not do not make it on 24. Make it on 30 or 60. And if you have a very nice PC, you can even make it on 120. For 120, you can go to custom and select 120 frames per second. I will go for 60 frames per second because that's good. So yeah, let's do this. Select, I will now go from select these cubes and turn on auto keying. This is important, turn on auto keying, it will help a lot. So I will select these cubes, R is for rotation, and just enter because we needed to add a starting frame. As you can see, this starting frame is added over here. So I'm going to do one rotation in half a second. So if 1 second is 60 frames, so one rotation should be in 30 frames. So we will go to 30 and RX, make sure you click X or you will mess it up. 90, sorry, I'm extremely sorry guys, this was not supposed to happen. RY, I messed up. 90, that's what we want. Wait a minute, yeah, RY minus 90, that's what I wanted. I was messing it up, sorry. So now let's go 10 frames ahead because we need to add a bit of a gap in between the rotations, and like this 10 frame gap is 1/6 of a second, but still it is a gap. Just add it, it will look better than not adding a gap. If you are making it on 30 frames, add a 5 frame gap. Yeah, that will be better, but I'm doing on 60 fps, so I will be doing 10 frame gap. Then enter and go 30 frames ahead. RZ90, that's what we're on. Let me just check. Yeah, now go 10 frames ahead and select these 4 cubes, or enter and go 30 frames ahead, then RY90. So let me just check again. Yeah, this is what we want. Then go 10 frames ahead and select the 4 cubes from top. This is not selected. Enter 150 RZ minus 90. If you have a Rubik's cube, just check if you are doing it correctly. I will add a video of apps. Now we'll check it if it's working correctly or not. It's working just fine as we wanted it to be. And after the first step, see the red. My cube has pink, so pink is red, don't worry about that. My cube is a bit weird. So yeah, we have red, green and 2 whites, and then orange and white and blue and green. Yeah, that's what we want. So you need to do this 6 times. You have it 1 times, so 5 times more, and your animation will be complete. So I will be doing this, and you will be seeing a time lapse, or else this will be long and boring. So yeah, let's do this. So guys, after animating, it will somewhat look like this. It took me 950 frames, so yeah, you can see the end frame and the starting frame should look the same, and if I play it, it will somewhat look like this. And that's what we wanted. Incomplete. So we have animated this thing, and now we're going to add the camera at the walls that are shown in the animation. And in the animation at the end, I also take the camera and take a big round around the cube to show that it is solved. So that is not necessary to add. If you want, you can add, but I'm still going to show how to do that too. So let's add the camera first. Yeah, so let's shift A, and we have camera over here. Let's go to transform. We need 90, 0, 0 and 8. Yeah, if you will click 0 on the numpad, you can see where what the camera is seeing. So I'm going to like 17.4 and 8 degrees. Okay, it's somewhere right here. Let me do just one thing. Minus, add a minus over here, and it's seeing a bit up. Let's put 10 meters up and 45. Yep, yeah, you wanted this. Best you can do, you can decrease. Now I just like this. Yeah, let it remain like this. I love the camera position, and you can also do this. If you want another camera position, you can do that, but I love this camera position, so I'm going to do this one. So yeah, let's add the walls now. Shift A, uh, plane. Let's move this plane -3. Just check it doesn't uh, touch the plane, this cube, cause you don't want it to overlap with it. These things doesn't have rigid property setting, that is, they don't apply physics on themselves. They can overlap with each other, and we don't want it. So yeah, and S10. Yeah, no, let's do it. Okay, before doing anything else, let's turn off this thing, or this is auto keying. It will set a key and animate it. You don't want it. After completing animation, just turn this thing off, auto keying, or it will mess up things. I have to select the plane. Now S20 and add in another plane, GZ -3 and RY90, GX -20 and GY21, SY20, SZ5 7. Yeah, it's in the frame. And again I'm going to make a duplicate of it, RZ90, GY10, no, 20, and GX10, I guess, GX10. Yeah, so now they are all in the frame. Now first let's animate the camera to rotate around, and then we will add the shader. To rotate the camera, add in a circle. This circle you will get in the curve circle. Let it remain in the center. Now go to camera. You will see this. Sorry, this object constraints. It was some gears or that symbol. Okay, whatever this. Now go to follow path, and here select Bezier circle. So yeah, that's what we wanted. It moved my camera a bit, so let's just move the Bezier circle on the y-axis a bit, and yeah, that's what we want. The Bezier circle will not come in the frame because it will not look anything. Yeah. Or you can just hide it from the scene. But before doing anything else, we select the Bezier circle, go to this, and we need to do this on the z-axis. And as you can see, none of the walls are coming in between. One more thing you can do, you can also add the walls on this side just to look like that it is in a box. Let's add walls. I didn't add it in the initial, but now I'm seeing thing I should have added. Let's add it. Shift D, G, X 20. now. 40. And select this. Shift D, G, Y. Okay. And Shift D, G, Y minus 40. So it's kind of in a box, and if you select the Bezier circle, do select the Bezier circle and rotate it around. Yeah, that's what we want. Now let's animate the camera. Go select the Bezier circle. So we are ending the animation on 950th frame. Go to the 1000 frame. Let's do this. 1000 frame, a 40 frame gap in between. No, 40 frames too much. Uh, let's go 1 second further, and let's rotate the camera for 2 seconds. 2 seconds enough. 2 seconds, it's 120 frame. So 120 frame will be, let's do 100. It doesn't matter now. Go to Z, you will see this dot, select this, it added a frame. Go to the end frame and do 360 degrees and Z. So yeah, we completed the Q animation and it is doing this. I think so, it is a bit fast. Yeah, let's do it. 12 1150. Delete this thing. Go to N 360. Okay, now let's see if it is. It must have slowed down a bit now. It's much better. And hide the Bezier. Now let's give the color to these things. Select the not any, the base plane. Go to shading and let's give it a color. As you see, I gave the check texture, so we are going to give this check texture, and we need to the checker. Type in texture, you will see the checker texture, and add the color to the color. You will see this check textures come, and I will do the scale to 10. Yeah, love it, and give it a dark color, the other one. You can see we got what we wanted, and we are going to do one more thing. Let's select this thing, Shift D, and connect the color to the roughness 2. So we are seeing right now in the material preview, and the lights will be turned off. So this thing you are seeing right now, this mirror type thing, this will not come. Don't worry about that. Select this. Also add the node wrangler to it. If you the node wrangler, if you don't have it by default, you can add it. Let's see one thing before doing it. I love this thing. If you're seeing this thing, don't worry about that. You can do it back again. If you love this, some people love this. Let's go with this one. You can connect object to the vector, call this, and for normal, connect generator to the vector. Yeah, so yeah, talking about this node wrangler thing, if you don't have it by default, it comes by clicking Control T. If it doesn't come, don't worry, I will show you how to add it. So we've completed the shading. Now let's go to layout, go to edit preferences and add-ons, search wrangler. This is node wrangler. It is I've added in my system, and just take it from here and add it to come. It's Control T to add the node wrangler. Now let's add it to these. Select all the planes, Control L and materials. Okay, Control L. Okay, I know what happened. Control L and materials. Yeah. You will get this on every single one of them now. So yeah, now it's the last step. Last step we need to add is light. It is very important because if you see the rendered view, it is very dark. Now let's add a light. We are going to add a area light. So let's do 5 now. Yeah. And move it on the x-axis by 5 now. Then rotate it by the y-axis by 45 degrees. 5000, that's what we want. And we are going to duplicate this thing and RZ90 RZ180, yeah, and move this thing where we want it to be. That is 10 here and 0 here. Okay, not 10, maybe minus 10. Yeah, so we added these two lights in the scene and it is looking pretty good. And if you will see the rotation of the camera right over here, you can see the lights are missing over here. Don't worry about that. If the lights are missing, you can add more, or you can just animate it as we animated the camera. Just connect it to the Bezier circle before and just, yeah, rotate it. Let's do it. How about this? Go to object constraints, follow path, Bezier circle, and select this one too, and follow path, Bezier circle. Now if you go to 960 frame and see it on the camera, you guys can see the light is moving with the camera, giving a color on everything. That's good. Now I'm going to one more thing, give the light a bit color. Let's see which light select here. A bit bluish shade. This one a bit orange. I didn't do it in the original one, but I tried it off camera and I actually liked it. So yeah, this thing looks pretty good. And let's see how, I didn't see it how it looks in the rotation thing. Oh, perfect, it's looking so good, giving this blue and orange colored square or shadow on the behind. Perfect. We just increase the bit darkness. You can do this, see pinkish. No, orange is fine. And I'll just make it a bit more bluish. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so it's looking really good. And yeah, this is, yeah, the animation is complete now. Before going, make sure that you have kept your render engine on EV and not on cycles. You will see a bit better on cycles, but make it on EV. Okay, I'm sure you will get better results if you, but I have seen if the animations don't look that good on cycles though, they look better in EV. So work for animations on EV. And now for the output, if you want each frame or you want the scene, do keep it on PNG. If you want the video, FF MPEG video, go to encoding and MPEG 4, output quality perpetually lossless, and you can change the file location from here. Yeah, that's it. You can also turn on motion blur, and if you want, you can do one more thing. You can add the focus on the uh, cube, like portrait photos. You have focus on someone or something. You can add a bit of a focus. It can be done easily. Just shift A, add a plane axis empty, go select the camera, and you will see turn on depth of field, and select the empty. Yeah, select the empty over here, and just decrease the f-stop. See, everything is blurring near it, so I will do 1.9, and let's see, 0.1. And what happens if I will never change the ratio of this thing? Okay, so now it's on you. If you want to do it, you can do it. I think it's looking great. Don't do it that much. I will do one is fine. A bit of focus is added to it, as you guys can see. If you want, you can do it. If you don't want, it's your opinion. So yeah, that's it. The animation is complete. Let me just undo it. I don't have to add it. And if you want, you can also change the focal length or your perfect perspective. I like it on the default 50. And you can also change the color of the background, make it a bit darker or a bit lighter if you want. I like it in the middle, not so dark, like here. Yeah, you should turn on motion blur, and if you want, you can also turn on screen space reflection. You guys see what happened right here in the black regions. This thing is animating, and I think this is looking pretty cool, so you can turn it on. You can turn on ambient occlusion if you want. You can see some changes in the shadows, and if you want, you can turn on bloom. Just give it see, it starts glowing because of light. I think it's looking good, but just decrease the intensity of bloom to, yeah, this is fine. You can also change the color for bloom, like see, if you want. You can add it a bit of a pinkish shade. It's making it a bit disco light. You can experiment with everything. Blender is so fun to do and good for beginners. So yeah, this is animation is complete, and you can just change, yeah, 60 fps. And if you want to render it, just if you want to see the rendered image, render image, and if you want to render animation, just render it from here, or the shortcut is Control F12. So yeah, that's it guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something from it. And if you guys complete the animation, make it, you can send me on Instagram at Blade Arts and Animation, link in bio, link in description, and it's just pop it somewhere. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give the like to this video, share it with your friends, and if you made this animation, just comment done in it, like your comment. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. Hope you have a good day. Bye.